Hi, my name is Susanna Harmon. I'm a physical therapist, and one of my passions is helping cancer patients to alleviate the side effects of cancer treatment. I am so lucky to have Lisa Sherman here with us today, acupuncturist and yoga guru extraordinaire. Thank you so much, Lisa.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, I met Lisa in my yoga class, and when I got home, she sent me some of the best research on how acupuncture has actually been shown to alleviate the side effects of cancer treatment. What we did is we got together and decided that we were going to do a video series of acupressure points. Those are points that you can do to yourself along the same channels and meridians that acupuncturists use in order to self-treat at home. Some of the topics that we're going to be going over include fatigue, nausea and vomiting, pain, and a few others. So follow us for this video series in order to understand how you can use acupressure to alleviate the side effects of cancer treatment. So Lisa, could you tell us a little bit more about your background in acupuncture?
Sure. I started out my career as a scientist. I did a degree in molecular biology a long time ago and worked in science research for a couple of years. Got a bit bored with that and became a web designer. And as a web designer, I spent a lot of time hunched over a keyboard and got some back pain. And so I came to yoga and Tai Chi, Qigong in order to help alleviate my back pain. And while I was doing that, I got interested in Chinese medicine, which is rooted in the same philosophical system of Taoism as Tai Chi is. And so when I was looking for something to do that wasn't web design, I went back to acupuncture, went back to school to study acupuncture. I qualified from the University of Westminster in 2005. I worked in London in a clinic that I ran with some friends there until I left the UK in 2011 and did exams to get my acupuncture licensure here in the States. Got those in 2013, so I've been a licensed acupuncturist here in Asheville now for 2 years.
Well, we're lucky to have you here. So Lisa, could you tell us a little bit more about how Eastern medicine is complementary to Western practices?
So Eastern and Western medicine are, in the way I look at it, just two different ways of viewing the body, and they both have their strengths and weaknesses. They're kind of like different lenses that we view the same body through. The body is neither Eastern nor Western. These are just ways that we look at the body. So the Eastern point of view is rooted in Taoist philosophy, which developed thousands of years ago in China at a time when people were mostly farming. They were living out in nature. And so when they looked at the body, what they saw was a microcosm of what they saw out in nature. So out in nature they saw things like damp and wind and heat and things like that. And when they looked in the body, they also saw evidence of those things in the body. So often an acupuncturist might look at your tongue and say, oh, you've got heat in your body. From a Western point of view, we might say, oh, that person has inflammation in their body, because we know that inflammation produces heat as part of what it does. So the Western point of view often is a more mechanistic way of looking at the body. The body is seen to be a machine with kind of parts that have to be fixed. And one is not better than the other. One viewpoint is not better than the other. But together they really work to make a broader perspective on the body.
It feels like, based on what you just said, Western medicine might be a little bit more of an equation, whereas Eastern medicine might be a little bit more of a poem.
Yes, that's certainly how it can sound. The Taoist tradition is very poetical, and sometimes people really like it. It makes more sense to people to view the body like that.
Interesting. So one of the things that I love about talking with you is that it seems like some of the interventions that you're going to share with us, the acupressure, is very active in nature. And me being a physical therapist, one of the reasons why I was drawn to it is that anybody that wanted to get better, it's almost like a dance between the physical therapist and the patient, and what I'm able to give them in terms of education and understanding about their own body, and then how they integrate it and implement it once they get home. And so it seems that with acupuncture, the treatments are a bit more cumulative in nature. Is that correct?
Yes, the way that acupuncture works is to allow the body to move towards balance. From a Western point of view, we call that homeostasis. The body's always trying to balance itself, and when we press on acupuncture points or when we needle them, we affect the nervous system. The nervous system can affect the brain, and then the brain can affect all the other systems in the body. So we can use that over time to make the body move towards better and better states of balance. And the treatment over time, the effects of the treatment build up. So you see the best effects of the treatment over maybe a couple of weeks to a month or so.
Okay. So when Lisa is going to be teaching us some of these points, usually it may range from 1 to 4 points at most for any of these side effects. And it seems that most of the acupressure points are stimulated for 1 to 3 minutes at a time. So what would you think would be the time commitment in order to start seeing some of the benefits of the acupressure treatment?
Well, one of the things we'll do is a quick fix treatment where you can give yourself an instant energy burst, hopefully. Okay. And that will literally take maybe 3 minutes, and you should kind of feel perked up by the end of that. But in terms of seeing a reduction in symptoms over time, what I recommend is that you do the acupressure maybe once a day or twice a day over a period of 2 to 4 weeks. And over that time, you should definitely see an improvement in the symptoms.
Okay. Yeah. So the first one that we're going to be doing and presenting to you is on acupressure for fatigue. There's going to be a 3-part series, and the very first one that we're starting with is a quick fix that Lisa was talking about. So please join us in our next video blog to understand how you can give yourself a little boost in energy. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks.